Hello everybody, my name is Melissa and I am doing this video series in the hopes that I can maybe help someone else and help myself along the way to hold myself accountable in this weight loss journey. I had bariatric surgery. I had the sleeve done on May 31st, 2018. So it's been a little over a year, and I have today, as of this morning, I've lost 135 pounds. So I'm extremely excited. And what I see out there is I see so many people that have had the surgery and they feel that this is the actual answer. The surgery is not the answer. And if you've had this, you know that it's changing your life and the way you live your life. And in my opinion, it's about choices. And I want to go into that on how I deal with different situations that are challenges for me. And hopefully we can share, and together we can build a support network that will help us all succeed in our journey. I also want to show that you don't have to really change everything in your life. What I have learned is that, as I said, it's about choices. It's about making the right choice most of the time. But it's also about satisfying that fat girl that lives inside of me and will be there for the rest of my life. So I might as well deal with her. And this is how I deal with her, is I make sure she's satisfied. So she doesn't come out and eat a whole package of Oreos or something along those lines. And I want to go over recipes that I use. So I have to satisfy my husband's taste also. He likes to eat low carb, so that helps. I don't necessarily worry too much about carbs. I do focus mostly on proteins, but I want to show you how I can cook without changing our whole world. It's little changes, and it's portion control, and it's holding yourself accountable. And there's so many little intricate details into being a success. And I would love to have ideas from other folks on what you do to battle, to deal with your struggles, because we all are on the same path to be healthy. And I do want to say, at my heaviest, I stopped weighing myself at 350 pounds. And that was because I just couldn't stand to see that weight any longer. And a lot of scales don't go that high. That was a few years ago, and I will share pictures with you, of course. But when I had my surgery, I was at 314 pounds. As of this morning, I'm at 179.6, I think it was. So I'm not here to be judged by anybody. I don't know how much weight I'm going to lose. I don't know where I'm going, but I do know I am a whole different person now. I was at 350 pounds. And I'm very happy with myself. I'm thinking I'm probably want to lose about another 20 pounds. But if you're happy at 250 and you're a healthy 250 pounds, there's nothing wrong with that. It's about being comfortable in your own skin. I was comfortable in my skin of, say, around 300. I have never, well, in my adult life, I've not had a low self-esteem problem. But I wasn't healthy. And it's not that I was unhealthy as far as long-term effects, but if I had kept on that path, I would have ended up in a very bad situation, in a very bad way. So what I want to do is I want to share. I want to have fellowship with people who've been through this, who are just thinking about the surgery, or just wanting to lose weight without the surgery. If you follow these, the same eating practices as what I do, you're going to lose the weight. And granted, the surgery does help, because what it does is it limits what you can eat for a while. And then you can use that time to change your habits. And that's what I have learned that. And I went to a therapist to deal with the issues of being a food addict. I'm a foodie. I love food. I love to cook. I like everything about food. I like the taste, the texture, the actual process of making it into a beautiful item to serve friends, family. But there's a place for it in my life where it's not the number one aspect in my life. It's hard to express the dependency that I had on food. And I will share some experiences with you. But I do suggest that if you're thinking about this, or even if you have an eating disorder and you're just wanting to lose the weight without the surgery, therapy. My therapist was wonderful. And I really only went there for about 6 months, and she told me I didn't need it anymore. But I learned so much in that 6-month time frame. And I will share a lot of that with you throughout the video series. But I want to show you how I cook, how I feed that fat girl and I keep her in the background so she doesn't take over my life again, and how I satisfy my husband. Because that's what I do, is I cook to relax. But after work, that is what I love to do. I love to be in my kitchen for an hour, hour and a half, just my own world. I unwind. I may have a glass of wine. I've cut a lot of that down because of the calorie count of it. Not that I was ever a big drinker, but 4 ounces of wine a couple days a week, you know, that's sustainable. And I just like a glass of wine after a hard day's work. So it's all about figuring out where you want to spend those calories. And I generally eat between 900 and 1100 calories a day. I eat every 2 hours, and I'll go over that a little further. My snacks are solely either vegetable or fruit. And I did find a wonderful popcorn chip that's really good. It's 90 calories for a bag of that. Or, you know, like the Smart Pop popcorn's only 100 calories for a small bag, the cheddar. And there are a lot of little tricks that I'd like to share with you, and there's a lot of little tricks I'd like to learn from folks who have been through the struggle and are continuing to struggle with it. I just don't want to be one of those folks that 5 years down the road, I've gained all that weight back. So let's get on with this. I'm going to show you a few of my quick tips and some longer recipes, and I think this is going to be a wonderful journey. Thank you so much for coming along. Have a wonderful day.